is able to revolutionize the way we perceive data ownership and data protection?
Revolutionized.
Yes.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Or disrupt. Or disrupt.
Yeah. So one of the things that I personally have been obsessing about in the last 6 months is privacy. After my phone was hacked in December, I started looking into how to improve my security, and I just went down deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole until I ended up basically abandoning Dropbox and the Apple the
iCloud?
Exactly, iCloud and various others, and I bought a NAS and hosted all my own data. I thought about using what's called zero knowledge encryption, and I actually do that for backup, but even that is a little bit bothersome to me because a lot of those systems aren't open source, and so you can't really confirm that they are quite honest in how they're dealing with your important data. That I think that the way forward ultimately is going to be, blockchain and IPFS and other distributed technologies that allow us to securely, provably, privately store our data in a way that allows it to be synced across our different devices, with end-to-end encryption, so that even if here's the thing. This is a problem that I have with Google, for example. They don't have to store your email, for example, in plain text. If they wanted to, they could make it. They could find ways to make it entirely zero knowledge encrypted on their servers. No one would be able to read it. They wouldn't be able to read it. And if they just published the source code, then it would, we would be able to confirm that yes, indeed, we'd be able to audit. Third parties would be able to audit their systems and say, yep, Google is not reading your mail. That's just an example. Of course, there's a zillion systems that we depend on. But Google doesn't want to do that. Google wants to be able to read your mail because they derive great value from it. That's why they host your mail for free, right? So, yeah, it's a huge problem. And one of the things that I am excited about blockchain for is that it represents a solution to this problem. I'm not really into blockchain for like the investment side of things quite often, to be quite honest. And it's like that whole scene, just like, I'm not opposed to it. I love the idea of innovation in general. I'm not opposed to people making money. There's the shadier elements do turn me off. And yeah, but the thing that really attracts me to blockchain are the fact that it makes all of this and monetizes all of this innovation. It's basically the technology of decentralization and therefore ultimately of individual freedom.
There is a strong opinion, and in the blockchain community as well, that tokenization and decentralization are not always justified. Like, you don't have to tokenize it, you just want to, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to tokenize it.
Right.
Do you agree that there are certain, cases where you don't have to decentralize knowledge, money, network, anything? Or what's the criteria of the justified tokenization and decentralization?
It's a hard one, actually, because, I mean, as I'm often observing, as a lot of us are, you can tokenize practically anything.
Anything, but what's
Yeah.
the point?
Well, the point of tokenizing in general is that it enables all the advantages of the blockchain, right? And when so the way I think of it is, if you are proving that there is a data trail, that a certain pieces of work have been done, there's value built into the system that people can recognize. That's why it's tokenized, right? Blockchains are, well, they're ledgers, and you can prove that certain bits of work have been done, or that people have staked a certain amount of money, and the fact that everything is open actually is itself a store of value. It's not the fact that the records are being kept in many different places, and represent, in many cases, real things. A lot of tokens are asset-backed, for example. That all of that means that crypto is a natural store of value, and it's generally better that we engage in more secure transactions, that there be transparency. In some cases, like the development of an encyclopedia, it really is a good idea that the content development be decentralized. And if it so happens that those things are advantages for your company, then just having a token is just a natural consequence. That's how I view it.